The most annoying things. Hi, I'm Pete from Mark and Pete Live, and with me, as usual, is Mark. Mark is a businessman, and he's joining us today to tell us about something really annoying, right?
Well, indeed, it's all about the most annoying things in the world. And I'm going to start with one. Now, there are many things that irritate you throughout life. Every day we get some form of irritation. But what irritates me most is something that is rather catchy, but you know is crass. Here's an example. Crazy Frog. Does everybody remember that? Yes, this was the force behind a viral ringtone that spawned a global chart topping single back in 2005. Now, that seems a long time ago, but what's annoying and particularly irritating is this infurious, infectious frog is due to return on YouTube. Oh dear, folks. Yes, we're going to get more catchy little numbers. But when I think about other annoying things like this, it worms around your head, constantly gnawing away at your brain. It's almost like as you wake up in the morning, the early worm catches the bird. An earworm is just a term for music that you find catchy and enjoying. But standing firm, you start to squirm as it soon becomes annoying. Clergyman Pete, I ask you, what annoys you most in the world?
Well, lots of things. Almost everything seems. The world seems to be set up to annoy me. It's really the little things that are more annoying, isn't it? There's
Yeah,
something that just irks you, rather than something big that gets to you. You can cope with and fight against it. But if it's something small and irritating, like someone not looking at you while you're talking to them because they're checking the text on their phone, for example, just
oh,
giving one
indeed.
example,
Yes,
not
I'll
looking
stop
at
that.
anyone,
Yes.
or you're getting onto a bus or a train and someone's put their bag down on the seat so you can't sit down,
Yes.
or that sort of thing. Or so you go walking into a building, someone goes to in front, they look like they're going to hold the door open for you, they let it go and it smacks you in the face. That sort of thing. Or maybe they
Yeah.
do that on purpose to me. I don't know.
Well, I think that some of the other annoying things, just to sort of extend that sort of social bad behavior, is
Yes.
that, I really can't stand the idea of going into a cinema, having paid well earned money, folks, and suddenly find that you're sitting next to somebody who's chewing away on some noisy crisps or opening up sweets. To not only leave their mess behind them, but you can't hear what's going on in that cinema, and all you can hear is this annoying crunching and irritation, or possibly somebody's rather recalcitrant child kicking the back of your chair as you're trying to enjoy the entertainment. That is annoying. I don't know whether you have the same experience.
Yes, but there are other annoying things that I find just as often. I don't go to the cinema that often these days, but I go to supermarkets.
Ah,
Some uh, some people just don't return their shopping carts. So there you
no.
got the shopping cart just lying around, maybe actually on the path or in the car park, and they haven't
Yes.
bothered to put it in its proper place.
But you know
Or
what's annoying there is if you've forgotten to take your pound coin out of
yes, or
out of the trolley.
in the same sort of thinking of the same sort of situation, you go and
Yeah.
park, and you park dead in the middle of your parking space. You can't get out of your door because the person to the side of you has parked right up to the
Oh
line,
yeah.
so you can't get out.
Yes.
That is so
Yeah.
annoying, so annoying.
I think there's something more annoying. I'm sorry to have to say. And you might think it's simple, but it is very annoying. Somebody squeezing the tube of toothpaste right in the middle and not rolling it up to the top. That is very annoying. I can't understand why people do that. It is irritating. Hmm.
Yes, or
Or,
people.
or not flushing the toilet.
There's people who so you're walking down a crowded street,
Yes.
and things are getting crowded again these days after the lockdowns have ended. You're walking along. Perhaps people are less used to it, but I notice this happening more and more. But some people just come to a stop. You know,
Yes.
there's no reason for it. They just come to a stop directly in front of you.
Oh
What
yeah.
is going on? It's
Yeah.
just
Now
irritating.
the other thing is that as I mentioned about the earworm scenario, I really do
Yes.
find it very
Yeah.
difficult in the morning that I can't get certain tunes out of my head. But what I found even more annoying to set me up in a bad way is I suddenly find that I'm missing a sock. and
Yes.
that wastes time. I don't like time wasters, and when you know that you've sort of inflicted upon yourself, that's even more annoying.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, but there are many annoying things to do with the way we communicate these days. For
Ah,
example, on a phone or if you're using social media messaging service, you can turn off the system which alerts people that you've seen their message. If you
yeah.
leave it on and you don't bother to reply, it's just smacks of rudeness. But it can be, of course, what's sometimes known as a boomer problem.
Ah,
People
yeah.
who are older and haven't quite got to hang with the technology, but it's still irritating from the other end. But for those who are listening, yes, I was born in the year when it switched from being boomer to Gen X. So you can go and look that up, see how old I am exactly. But yes, so irritating when you think they're going to reply, say, to your WhatsApp message, because they've seen it, but they just never reply.
Mm. Do you think that this is just simply an age problem, or do you think all people
I
actually
No, I
find
don't
things
think it's an age
irritating?
problem. No, I think it is. I think it is. If I'm honest, it's really that people not getting to grips with the technology. It probably isn't them being rude, but it
Ah,
feels rude. That's the thing.
yeah.
Feels rude.
Do you think anybody finds the Mark and Pete show annoying,
Well,
apart from ourselves?
I can't see that can possibly be, but I think we're going to have to draw stumps on this one and bring it to a
Yeah.
close. What we want, a gentle listener or viewer,
Oh,
is
well,
for
we
you
come
to
to the
tell
end of
us
the
what
show.
you
That's
find.
annoying.
What's that?
Have we come to the end of the show?
Yeah, that's really
Didn't even
annoying,
hear what
isn't
I
it?
was saying. That's annoying as well.
Yeah, but let us know. Maybe you're not finding it annoying. Let us know what you find annoying.
Yes,
There's always different things that really, seriously get on your nerves. Let us
yes.
know in the
People not
comments.
replying to this show.
People not commenting. That's
Yeah.
really annoying. Anyway, catch you next time, everyone.